Hello, my name is Jason Ryan, Activities Director at Papillion La Vista High School. I want to thank you for watching this video as we get ready for the 2013-14 school year. I'm excited to be the Activities Director this year as we get started, and wanted to pass on some very important information that will help you for this school year. Again, this meeting is basically for liability purposes and some clarifications on some things in our handbook dealing with concussions, team selection policies, and those type of things. So again, I hope you find this video informative and worthwhile. First off, as we get going here, your individual coaches will have, and team sport coaches will have, individual meetings as well. Strongly encourage you to go to those meetings to hear each coach's philosophy, some of the ins and outs of their programs and their expectations. A great way to meet those coaches. Next thing we're going to talk about is our parent communication chain of command. We strongly encourage, if your son or daughter has a problem and has some questions, to go see their coach. After that, the next chain of command is the coach meets with the parent and athlete. At that time, if there's still an issue, the activities director becomes involved with a meeting with the parent and child, and then we have ultimately the principal. But that chain of command is very important. Next thing is our activities. We have our school website, our Metro High School website, conference website, with all our sports schedules. We strongly encourage you to sign up for that, to look at that on a regular basis, to sign up for notifications as changes are made. All our athletes participating in athletics need to purchase an activities ticket. This is $35. They may be purchased in the athletic office. This gets your athletes into all home events. One of the great things about our district is we do provide transportation for our teams. And with that, we expect our athletes to travel on the bus and to return on the bus. If there is a emergency or something, we ask that a written note be provided so your athlete can be transported with a parent or guardian. We're very fortunate to have transportation still in our district for our teams. Next thing we'd like to talk about is our booster club. We have a strong booster club that provides a lot for all our sports teams. Encourage you to visit monarchboosters.org to look there and to get signed up for the 2013-14 year. Next very important policy is about our drugs and alcohol and tobacco. All of our policies can be found in our student handbook, pages 81 through 84. Just a kind of quick rundown. If a student violates our tobacco, drug, and alcohol policy, their first offense is they're out 2 weeks in a mandatory 2 contests. A second offense, if a second offense were to occur, they're out for the remainder of the semester. And if a third offense were to occur, suspension from all activities for a calendar year would be put in place. Again, all that information is in our student handbook, pages 81 through 84, in your student's planner, which includes our appeals process. Next section, we'll talk about eligibility. For your son or daughter to be eligible, they must pass 4 classes the previous semester. That is our state guidelines, and that's the guidelines that we follow. Our coaches will check grades on a regular basis, and it's very important as we continue to talk about student athlete. The NSAA, Nebraska School Activities sit-out policy, if your son or daughter is ejected from a contest, they have to automatically sit out that next event. As far as athletes being in school, they must be in school to participate in practice or games during that day. Obviously, things do occur, and we work through each situation on an individual basis, but kids need to be in school for at least 4 periods a day, and we strongly recommend that they show up at all times. Our trainer, Marcus Hurrington from Allegiant Health, is our athletic trainer. We're very fortunate to have Marcus on staff. Again, understand your son or daughter is at risk by being involved in activities that for an injury, and we have a great trainer in place, and we have a return to play protocol in place as well. So injuries do take place. They do occur, and we need to just be aware of that. Next, we're going to talk about LB 260. It's a state law that became effective in July 2012. Requires everyone, parents, athletes, coaches, to be informed annually about concussions. All of our coaches are trained and go through our concussion course at the beginning of each year so they can recognize the signs of concussions. All your athletes will go through impact testing with our trainer, Marcus, and there's lots of things that if they do receive a concussion, there's a protocol in place for them to return, and that's all run through our trainer. And again, we'll actively involve our parents and guardians, but just again, understand that concussions is a big part of sports these days. You can find additional information on our website, our Papillion Vista School website, under the sports pages about concussions. We'll talk about cell phones a little bit. I really encourage your son or daughter to be careful. LB 97, the law addresses sexting, and being in state of this, this can affect an issue with a cell phone or social media. It can affect your whole life, and we've asked our coaches to be aware, and again, we understand technology is very prevalent, and we just need to use that appropriately. So again, just talk to your sons and daughters about being careful with the cell phones, and as far as in the locker rooms, on the bus, and so forth. Physicals, all students need a physical on file before they can start practicing. Forms are also on our website. You can get this done at Legion Health, Bellevue Medical Center, Midlands Hospital for $25. They must have a physical before they start practice. One of the things we really strive about is the power of we. We really encourage our kids to be involved in multiple activities. Our coaches work well together. It's something that we strive for. So we want and encourage multi-sport, multi-activities participation. We feel that makes our school one of the best around, and our coaches work together. We don't stretch our athletes too thin. So again, encourage your son or daughter to participate in multiple activities and multiple sports. Again, I want to thank you for taking the time here. Again, we have an open door policy. Our office is open. If you want to learn more about our sports, please refer to our webpage, or feel free to stop in and see me in the activities office. And as always, go Monarchs.